wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Melanisa. On this equation, we will present a material and set communication in the workplace. Before going to into the material, I would like to invite you to imagine a simple situation. For example, we are working in the company. The boss asks us to finish a report before 3 p.m. However, because the delivery of the instruction was not clear, we actually work on a different report. As a result, the work has to be repeated, time is wasted, and even the company can suffer losses. From this simple example, we can see that the success of a job does not only depend on a person's ability, but is also influenced by how communication is carried out. Therefore, communication is one of the most important skills in the world of work. In fact, many companies today prefer employees who are able to communicate well over someone who has high technical skill but find it difficult to work with others. Well, in this presentation, we will discuss why communication is very important in the workplace, how the communication process takes place, the obstacles that often occur, and how technological development affect communication in the organization. Hopefully, after this presentation, you can understand the communication is not only about talking, but also about message can be read, understood, and result in good cooperation. Before discussing in the material photo, let's first look at the learning objective of learning outcomes of the material. After studying this material, we are expected to be able to understand some important things. The first is to understand the importance of communication in the workplace. This means that we not only know the definition of communication, but also understand why communication is the main factor in the success of organization or company. The second goal is to understand the communication process, both verbal and non-verbal communication. So later we will learn how a message is sent, received, and understood by others. Next, we will also learn about various communication channels as well as the obstacles that often cause communication to be ineffective. In addition, this material also discuss how technological development have changed the way humans communicate in the world of work. Currently, communication is no longer only done face-to-face, but also through email, instant message application, video conference, and social media. Finally, we will discuss how to overcome cultural difference in communication or interactual communication. Because currently my company have employees from various regions and even various countries. So overall, the purpose of this material is for us to understand how effective communication can improve cooperation, productive, and original success. Next, we got into the general picture of communication. In simple terms, communication is the process of sharing or exchanging information between two or more people. But actually, communication is not just about conveying message. Communication is also a process of sharing meaning. This means that the message we convey must be understood by the recipient according to the intent we want. For example, when a manager say that a project should be complete next week, if all team members understand the intent correctly, then the work will go according to plan. However, if there are team members who misunderstand the information, for example, thinks that the deadline is 2 weeks away, then there will be delay in work. This shows that communication is a two-way process. It's not enough to just talk, but also to make sure that the person you're talking to really understand the content of the message. In our organization, communication is very much related to the success of the company. Why is that? Because almost all organizational activities require communication, starting from providing work instruction, conveying company target, conducting meeting, serving customer, to resolving conflict between employees. If communication is done well, it will be easier for employees to work together, understand the company's goals, and feel more motivated at work. On the other hand, if communication is poor, the impacts can be huge. For example, there are misunderstanding between parts, conflict arises, work motivation decrease, and even the company's targets are not achieved. For example, in manufacturing companies, the products department did not receive information that customer requests change. As a result, the goods products are not in accordance with market needs. The mistake is actually not because the employees are lacking, but because communication between departments is not going well. So I can be conclude that communication is the main foundation in every organization. Without good communication coordination, we will disrupt an organizational goals we develop to achieve. What is the purpose of communication? Guys, now that we know the general picture of communication, we will now discuss the purpose of communication. The question that might arise is, why is communication so important? Why should every organization have good communication? Basically, since humans first lived in group, communication has become the main need. Humans cannot live alone. We always need others to work together, share information, solve problems, and even make discussions. The same is true in organizations or companies. An organization is made up of many people who have different needs and responsibilities. In order for everyone to work towards the same goal, effective communication is needed. The first purpose of communication is to convey information. The information in question can be in the form of company policy, sales target, work schedule, rule change, and information about customer. For example, if that company changes in its operating hour, but the information is not communicated to all employees, then there will be confusion. Some came according to the old schedule and some followed the new schedule. Something as simple as this can disrupt the company operation. The second goal is the coordinate activity. In a company, each division has different tasks. For example, the marketing division in the charge of finding customer. The production division is making product, while the finance division manages the budget. By the way, next I will discuss it only briefly. Okay. How important is communication in the workplace? In this slide, it is explained that communication is one of the factors that determine the success of an organization. According to Henry Minberg, a management expert, communication in the workplace has several main purposes, namely providing information, providing introduction, motivation employees, and obtaining information from others. Henry Minberg. Let's discuss them one by one. The first is to provide information. The second is to give interaction. The third, to provide motivation. The fourth is to look for information on feedback. How important is in the workplace? In the next slide, it is explained that currently companies not only assess an employee's technical ability but also communication skill. Why is that? Because almost all jobs require communication. For example, an administration staff must be able to explain the report to their superior. A customer service must be able to deal with customer politely. A supervisor must be able to give direction to his subordinates. Even a programmer still has to discuss with other team members. This means that communication skills are soft skills that are needed in various fields of work. Communication also plays an important role in the organization planning process. How does the communication process work? Well, friend, after we know how important communication is in the world of work, now we will discuss how the communication process actually takes place. Often we think that communication is just someone talking and then the other person listening. In fact, the communication process is much more complex than that. Within an organization, communication can occur in a variety of situations. For example, when a boss gives instruction to his subordinates directly. This a communication that is not planning or intentional. But communication can also happen casually. For example, when two workers talk during lunchtime, although it might seem simple, this conversation of yet important information, such about the progress of a project or solution to a problem. The communication process. On this slide, we can see a chart of the communication process. Although it looks simple, there are actually several stages that must be passed in order for communication to be successful. Let's discuss them one by one. The first stage in the sender, which is the sender of the message. The sender of the message can be anyone, such a boss, teacher, customer, or coworker. The sender has information or ideas that they want to convey to others, but before the information is delivered, the sender must carry out a process called message encoding. Interpersonal communication and active listening. Friend, after we understand the communication process, we will now discuss one of the most important skills in communication, namely active listening. So far, many people have assumed that good communication is only determined by the ability to speak. In reality, listening skills are just as important, often even more important than speaking. Why is that? Because communication is not only about conveying a message, but also making sure that we really understand what others are saying. For example, when a boss gives direction to his subordinates, if the subordinate only hears for a glance without really paying attention, it is likely that there will be mistakes in doing the text. On the other hand, if the subordinate listen well, understand each instruction and then convey what has been understood, then the chance of mistakes will be much less. Communication channel. When we want to convey a message, we certainly have to choose the right medium. This media is called a communication channel. The choice of communication channel is very important because it will affect whether the message can be understood properly or even cause misunderstanding. For example, we want to announce a change in company policy. Is it enough to just convey it through WhatsApp chat? Of course, it is not right. Information that is official should be conveyed through company's emails, circular, or official meeting so that all employees get the same information. Within the organization, there are three types of communication channel, namely formal, informal, and guest formal. Next, management by walking around MBA. In this slide, there is also the term management by walking around. This means that a manager doesn't just sit in his room, but occasionally goes directly to the field to talk to the employees. In this way, manager can find to the real condition in the workplace. For example, there are machines that often break down, production problem, or complaint from employees. But keep in mind the purpose of MBWA is not to supervise on find fault with employees. Instead, the main goal is to build closer relationship, listen to input, and create open communication. Thus, employees will feel more valued because their opinion are listened to by leaders. Communication direction. Friend in an organization, communication does not only go one way. Information can flow in different directions depending on the needs of the organization. In this slide, there are their main communication direction, namely downward communication, upward communication, and lateral communication. 1. Downward communication. The first communication in downward communication, which communicate that flow from a higher level of position to a lower level of position. Next is upward communication, which is communication that flow from subordinates to superior. Next is lateral communication. This communication occurs between people who have the same level of position. Form of interpersonal communication. Friends, after we know the direction of communication in the organization, now we will discuss the form of or way of communication that is carried out. Basically, interpersonal communication is communication that occurs between two or more people to convey information, build relationship, or complete a job. Barrier to effective communication. Well guys, now that we understand the different form of communication, we will now discuss why communication sometimes does not go well. Maybe we have experienced a situation like this. We feel like we've explained something very clearly, but it's turned out that other people still misunderstand what we mean. Or rather, we have listened to someone explanation, but after the work is complete, it's turned out that the results are not as expected. Well, conditions like this are called barrier to effective communication. Intercultural communication and possible barriers. Well, friend, after we have discussed communication barrier in general, we will now discuss communication barrier caused by cultural difference or so-called intercultural communication. Nowadays, many companies do not only hire people from one region. In fact, many companies have employees from various provinces and various countries. For example, multinational companies such as Toyota, Samsung, or Unilever have employees from Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, India, the United States, and other countries. Even though the work in the same company, everyone brings a different culture, habits, way of thinking, and even a different style of communication. They difference our communication something a challenge in the communication process. The impact of technology on communication. Well guys, after we have discussed intercultural communication, We will now discuss how technological development affects communication in the workplace. If we compare it with a few decades ago, the way people work is certainly very different. In the past, almost all communication was done in person or through mail. If you want to hold a meeting with a branch office in another city, someone must come directly to the location. This takes considerable time and cost. But now, technological development have changed the way organizations communicate. Technology allows one to communicate with anyone, anytime, and from anywhere. Development of email and instant messaging. Guys, on this slide we will discuss the more specific impact of technology, namely the use of email and instant messaging in the work. Nowadays, almost all companies use email as an official communication medium, but as technology developed, various instant message applications such as WhatsApp, Business, Microsoft Teams, Telegram, and Google Chat have emerged. This application makes communication much faster than email. For example, if a supervisor urgently needs information, he or she can simply send a message through we work group and will usually get a reply immediately. That's why the impact of social media on communication will friend after we have discussed the impact of technological development on communication. Now we will discuss how social media affect communication in the world of work. Nowadays, social media is no longer only used for entertainment or interacting with friends. Many companies use social media as one of the most important communication tools. Why is that? Because almost everyone uses social media every day, starting for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, to X or Twitter. Through social media, companies can communicate directly with customers without having to meet face to face. The impact of social media on communication. Social media characteristic. When according to Older, Rosenfeld, and Proctor, social media has several characteristics that make it different for other form of communication. Ronald B. Adler, Lawrence B. Rosenfeld, Russell V. Proctor. 2. The first characteristic in message is this means that social media allow you to convey information in many forms at once. For example, in one Instagram upload, companies can display product photo, promotional video, rating, music, and links to the official website. This makes information more interesting than just using text. Next, media communication and relationship quality. Well, friend, after we have discussed how social media affect communication, now we will discuss how to maintain the quality of relationship when communication is done through digital media. Currently, almost all communication activities are carried out using technology such as WhatsApp, email, Zoom meeting, Microsoft Teams, and social media. Technology does provide a lot of convenience. We can communicate with people who are in different cities or even countries without having to meet in person. However, there is one this must not forget. No matter how easy technology is, human relationships still require good communication, mutual respect, and teach in communication. Next summary. Well, friend, on this slide we will summary all the material that has been learned. From the discussion above, we can conclude that communication is one of the most important factors in the success of an organization. Without good communication, coordination between employees will be disturbed, work will be ineffective, and even organizational goals will be difficult to achieve. We have also learned that communication is two-way process that involves that the sender, receiver of the message, communication, media, feedback, and various other factors that can affect the success of communication. Furthermore, we also know that communication can be done through various channels, both formal, informal, and semi-formal. In addition, communication can take place downward, upward, or horizontally between employees. And then we also learn that communication is not only done through words but also through writing and body language. All of these forms of communication must be used according to the situation in order for the message to be received effectively. We also understand that there are various communication barriers, such and direction difference in perception, inappropriate use of language, and too much information. In addition, the development of technology and social media provides many benefits to organizations because it makes communication faster and more efficient. However, technology must also be used wisely so as not to cause misunderstanding and other negative impacts. Okay, friends, this is presentation of material from our group on communication in the workplace. Hopefully, the material we convey can aid to our understanding of the importance of communication in the work of work. That concludes my presentation. I apologize for any shortcoming. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.